Do you want to watch the Hanzo?
Five, four, three, two, one.
I looked back. Oh, they weren't. Okay. So real quick, this is really good. You're just taking a different angle from your team, right? So you see your team walking this way, and you just like walk this way. I'd prefer you took a maybe a wider angle to do this, to get a bit more vision on what you're doing. And you're generally speaking going to get spammed a bit harder if you walk through main. So in this case, like, um, they're like not really watching main, so like you're kind of chill. You're just kind of walking all the way for free, so this is really good. That's not you, but I'll keep doing that. But as soon as you see your Doom punch, you need to go, right? This is the problem with going this way is you don't really see where anything is, right? But like the thing is like you see your Doom punch, you just have to jump, right? Because if your Doom goes in alone, he's going to die. Okay, so this is a good jump. It just needs to be maybe a little bit faster, and like yeah, ideally you'd maybe a little bit deeper so you can land on the high ground, and then just like punch them that way. Keep going to F7. So you were last game. Let's kill. It's all you. Good jump. Oh, thanks for the follow. Is this your Smurf or something? Your Twitch Smurf? I don't play Monkey often, so. Or did you like change your name or something? PC account. Okay. Yeah. I mean, so far this has been fine, right? Like, maybe like some small like optimizations, something like that here and there, but like you're doing more or less the right things. Going in when your team's going in, you're just jumping at the back line, right? This is bad. Alright, this is bad, right? So if they're gonna jump your backline like this, you don't need to do anything, right? All you need to think about is, do you need to go for their backline in response, or is their backline in position to even do anything, right? If they're not in position to do anything, you can just sit here, right, and do nothing. But the fact that you commit here is like negative value because now you're not in position to actually stop their backline from doing anything, right? Because you've committed cooldowns for this, right? Yeah, you're honest yelling for help. That's this guy's job. That's your Diva's job, right? If you're playing Zarya, if you're playing Diva, that's your responsibility, right? Your Echo's helping. That's totally fine, right? If you have your Lucio, I have no idea where your Lucio is. Oh, there he is. Your Lucio's helping, right? This is the crew's all here, right? You don't need to be here. Your job is always to look for offensive plays. If you look, if you're chilling here, you see these people die, right? And you come up here and you see nobody, right? Like they're all looking at your Doom. Like to be honest, you can just jump at this. Like you either sit here and you do nothing, right? But if your Doom's in, then you consider jumping at the Hanzo and kicking him off the high ground, right? And sitting on the high ground, and that way you lock out the entire backline. You spend virtually nothing to do it in terms of HP, right? And when you jumps off cooldown, you jump back out, right? And your team presumably has killed the monkey by this point, right? You see how this works, right? Yeah, but like this is really bad because your damage is negligible. Like you're doing like I don't know, like 30, 50, 40 DPS to this guy or something. I guess his armor's gone, so you're doing like 60, but like it's basically nothing. This jump's fine. Okay, maybe not. All right, this jump was probably too far. Mostly because like again, you don't have a ton of teammates going in with you, right? Because your Doom is dead, right? So when you jump, you kind of want to jump here, right? And depending on the result of your jump, you drop or you push, right? But you sort of jumped and skipped and kept going, right? Now you're here and you have no high ground and you're in the middle of the enemy team, right? So either jump all the way for the high ground and drop your bubble here, but the problem is like, or like jump here and then drop down, right? The big problem is you don't have bubble, so you can't actually make a really aggressive play right now, right? If you look at your HP, or sorry, you look at your cooldowns. Your bubble, like you burn your bubble to secure the monkey kill, right? And again, this is another problem with using bubble like this, right? Now you can't actually get aggressive, which means your next jump needs to be a very conservative jump, right? It needs to be like over here, jump up here and then duck down, or like jump over here and then drop down. You can't really make something like really crazy here. Unless you get nano, right? So okay, it's a very different story if you have nano, right? So if you're honest calling that she has nano, right? Or you just see she has nano and you're ready to go in with it, call for nano or something, and then just go as hard as you can on the backline, right? Like you want to land on top of someone at that point. So at that point, your jump is too conservative for what the plan was. I don't know what the communication was like here, but this is like probably a little bit too shallow of a jump. You probably want to go even further. You hope you can get primal early. That's fine. Just again, your jump should probably go a little bit deeper than this, right? If you're committing fully for a play, either with nano or with primal. Like, do you see how like that you land on the Hanzo and he jumps out and you land and you kind of knock the brick out and now you can't zap anyone. Now you can't build primal, right? Do you see how that works? So when you're chasing squishies, you want to sort of like land past them, and kick them in. Yeah, it forces out a very awkward nano. Jump's fine. There's the brick, yeah. Oh, she got Mega, okay. Gouty. You probably didn't need to fully bail out because you have primal and again your team is like committing in with you. So like you can kind of just like jump on this guy, fully commit on him or something. Or like go high ground, right? And then threaten to drop down. Or just like go top right or something. Or just sit in the doorway to be honest, like just sit over here. Not bad either. It's a little bit too far back. You're so far back, the Ana's not even healing you because she's like, he's not in danger. That's a pretty awkward jump. Ah! Look at that skillful monkey juggle. So good. Yes. Incredible. Imagine having a primal like right now when they try to walk through this door. Anyways, so to be honest, you had a really good first fight as monkey, but since then, like you just haven't synchronized with what your team's doing, right? So like you went for defensive monkey play when your monkey was being jumped, and then like you just have not been. I haven't even seen the Doomfist on the same screen as you in a while, right? That's your core jumping buddy, right? You're afraid the baby is about to pistol you? I mean, you have primal. Like, if she pistols you and even gets mech back, like you're not really scared of her. And if you don't want to get pistoled, right, or if you're worried about the mech or something, you can just jump onto the high ground, right, and just sit here and zap down, right? That's fair. Embarrassment is a powerful motivator. Jump's okay. Doesn't really do anything though. Yeah, a lot of really awkward jumps there. In general, you kind of want to chill up here until you get your jump back, at least. If you are going to drop a contest point, you need to like jump either towards where your support is or towards where a mega is, depending on like which one's like under less stress, right? Um, yeah. Oh no, not like this. Wait, did I not? Oh, I lost your camera. Alright, so you have nano, so you should just be asking for nano here, and then just go, again, just like walk in as far as you can, get nano, and jump straight for the backline. In ideal world, you get your team in as well. This is like too early. So what you want to do, honestly, is instead of walking out this way, either just sit here for a while while your team like works the left side control out, works for left side control, or literally just walk left side when you see your team's leaning right, and that way you open up the left side of the map for your team as well, right? But you sort of want to get a bigger concave going so that when you jump, you're not like leaving behind your team, right? Do you see how, like right now if you were to jump, your Doomfist would be so like literally have no way of catching up with you, right? So if you just chill over here, like get your team a little bit closer, right, and then jumped or something, right? Then maybe your Doom maybe gets a little bit closer because like now you're drawing tank attention over here. Maybe the D.Va flies over to you, your Doom gets a little bit closer, and then he full commits from here as opposed to all the way from here, right? So what you're trying to like, you want to get nano, you want to jump, but you need to get your team into a slightly better position first. That said, Nano Monkey's strong enough that you might be able to make it work anyways. But don't bubble, no, no, not like this. All right. Any guesses why this bubble is bad? PP hands. Everything. I mean, that's fair. But what makes everything about this bubble bad? Double bubble, what does it mean? Yeah. You need to go aggressive, right? Like you got a nano, you're going to jump. Why are you using bubble, right? I know you're gonna jump. You know you're gonna jump. Everyone knows you're gonna jump. Why are you bubbling? You're gonna get slapped. Team dies. I'm amazed he did not flash you. Kevin Turtle has made it to the water. I have no idea what that means. It's left and moved. Yeah, and it's gonna happen every time, and it happens because first of all, you did a really high arcing jump from really far away, so like it's a lot easier for the auto to sleep you from that point, right? So instead of like jumping from here, like if you get to this point and jump, it's a lot flatter, so you get there a lot faster, right? And then second, again, you didn't have bubble, so that gets you killed. You used to plat lobbies. I mean, if they can't hit that sleep, like plat might be too good for them at that point, you know? That's a very awkward jump. Not sure what happened there. Oopa did beep Beppo. You'd be surprised most time players don't hit me with those. I think the big thing is that you were nanoed, right? So you got nanoed. The Ana is like terrified of you now. Like any Ana like who's vaguely got a functioning brain will be like, oh my god, nano monkey, and they'll be looking for you, right, to jump. Um, if you're just blind jump from here, like maybe an Ana like will be staring at their team or something and not react fast enough to that. But like you're nano, like everybody's looking at you, right? And you need to expect everyone to be looking at you, which is why again it's so important to see that bubble because like everyone knows you're gonna jump. Like everyone knows. So, like if that was like just a non-nano jump, like I wouldn't be surprised if like a plat on a misstep. But a nano monkey like jumping with that arc from that far away, at that time, right? Everyone's gonna do that sleep. So make sure you jump before you primal. I'm pretty sure you had it. Unless I'm crazy. Oh, you literally just jumped. I don't know why I'm so. I'm the stupid one. God, he's actually trying to primal you, juggle you. Okay, well she's rallied, so. Right, so again, don't get stuck trying to zap people. Prioritize high ground so you don't die, right? So as soon as your primal ends, you want to start thinking about jumping here, or jumping here, and then doing your thing. Surprised you don't have more viewers, CBH? I mean, nobody knows who I am. I'm a nobody. I just do VOD reviews because it's like a hobby, right? If you want like someone like much better than me, for like money, there's better sources than me. I'm basically like a budget Spylo, you know? I'm okay. I've done these a lot, but yeah, that's really good sync with your Doom, right? Your Doom went in, right? You go in, right? He dies. You also have nano, right? This is good. Is your Ana dead too? Your Ana's dead, right? Awkward. Oh no. Oh, that's not her. And expert than me at least. I mean, I've done these for a long time. So, like, I have a lot of practice. So we got Cat Miser running off of the pie. What?
Score
Raspberry? What?
0-1.
I don't understand this. What does any of this have to do with the bot? I would say you're close to T2 coach. No. T2 coaches are really good, or some of them. I mean, it's like with any esport. There's a lot of people who get there on nepotism who are really bad, right? But the actual good T2 coaches, who like have who will have like a career in this if like the game like continues on, are much better than me. Do not know what a Raspberry Pi? I do not know what a Raspberry Pi.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
This is it's a computer that. Oh, those. I see. The handheld computers. I see what you're talking about. Okay, I remember now. So, what's the problem with this jump? Aggressive. What makes it aggressive? And okay, so the problem with aggressive is it doesn't mean much because like aggression is good, but what's wrong with this aggression? 1v6, yes. Where's your Doom, right? What are their tanks doing, right? Do you need to do this right now, right? The answer to all those questions is like no. Other than okay, the answer to where's your Doom is not no, but you know, like your Doom's still setting up, right? He's literally doing a rollout to get to here, right? And once he gets here, then he can go for a play in a couple of seconds, right? So you don't need to do anything. Just chill, right? And now you're getting punished. You burn all your cooldowns. You're getting chased, right? Notice how this monkey has full HP. There he is. And you have 0 HP because you spend the entire fight running away from him, and you're getting shot by his whole team, right? So now he can make a free play because he has both of his cooldowns, right? Not him. Okay, he uses jump to chase you, but he has the bubble, right? And you have no HP, so you're going to spend at minimum 5 to 10 seconds healing up. You're going to maybe burn your honest nade, and you're going to burn all of your ammo, right? And then you can think about an aggressive play. And this monkey, meanwhile, has already gone for one. It might have killed your honor or something, right? And if he goes for your honor right now, I mean, he can't because, you know, he already jumped. But if he were to go for your honor in like 2 seconds or something while you're still getting healed, you'll be down on healing the whole fight. You'll never get back up to full HP, and then you'll probably die. Yeah, so why did your Doom get obliterated by everyone? It's because he went in trying to salvage the play from when you going in so early, right? And then he got slept and died. Because like again, you guys aren't syncing your cooldowns, so they had to burn nothing on you, right? You went in, they spent nothing dealing with you, and then she has a sleep waiting for a Doomfist who has to force it in without a bubble, right? Without a like uh a monkey going in with bubble, right? This is an okay play. You're gonna draw a diva. Yeah, there's the diva. So like you should honestly just like run from your bubble, drop, grab Mega, and then look for another play. But that's not a bad play. Like, you don't really have a lot of options at this point, so. Alright. This is all kind of whatever at this point. You live, that's really good. You're building nano really fast. Clearing high ground, that's fine. This is a little over aggressive. I mean, it's okay. Generally speaking, this will draw a diva. You'll jump up here and the diva will just like chase you down. But your honest already on high ground, so you feel a lot safer doing this. Okay, you drew a Doomfist. Feels bad. Again, like the problem with setting up these plays is your team's not ready for anything. Your Echo just died, right? Like you gotta play a bit more passive than that. That map control isn't really relevant yet. Hey, big pick, big pick. Nano's terrible. What is this? Good target priority. You're looking mostly for the Ana, but you'll take the Hanzo if you can get him, or like you have nothing else to go for. Once he gets Nano though, you really want to change targets. Like find anyone else. Because like you can't kill him when he's Nano. Unlucky. As you get older, learn never to trust a fart. I see. Okay, I learned. Nice. Now you need to find the Ana. That's your only concern. Alright, Ana's dead. Cool. Now you need to not die. Unfortunately died. Oh, Doom popping off. Nice. Alright. my god, your team. It's just ah, one at a time. Feels bad. All right, do you see how what your team did there? Let's break it down. This is how you look at this is a team VOD review now. All right, see this Doom? He's camping. He's having a good time. He's gonna decide to drop punch. The uppercuts, you're like, oh my god, he's going in, and then you jump in to help him out, right? You're like, oh no, I don't actually want to be in because he's not in, and now your team, but both your tanks are in now. So because both your tanks have kind of gone in, but not really, you're like, all right guys, time to beat, right? And then he beats, and now like your Doom. I hope this guy wasn't the top 500. Yeah, your Doom is still short an uppercut, by the way, because he used uppercut back up. So then he like commits, he misses his slam, right? You guys are trying to come in into a narrow corridor with beat, and they're on it just pumping heals. They literally cannot die with a brig. Like they're so invincible. You guys are just burning all your cooldowns, right? And they're just gonna live this. They rally. They're gonna die eventually. They're dying. And nothing really matters anymore, right? It's just like everyone use their abilities one at a time, right? And then you forced, and then because everyone like progressively got more and more committed, you guys just ran deep into here and then all died. Or like spent wasted resources. And then they got a rally. They built that rally insanely fast if they didn't have it already, because like that was like they were all nated. And so the brig was doing double healing on like 6 people. Yeah. Alright, back to the individual stuff. I guess the game's over. Big clutch? Alright, so yeah, just remember, when your Doom is doing crazy stuff, right, just remember, like, he's not always fully committed. Like, he literally drop punched, uppercut, and sat here, right? If he does that, right, you don't need to jump necessarily in, right? You can just kind of jump, maybe hide on this doorway. You can just, like, walk underneath them, and then maybe hide over here. You can jump over here and hang out over here. This is really safe spot for Monkey, generally. You think I'm actually a Master Tank? Yeah, sure. You did a lot of really good stuff that game. I just don't talk about it much, because, like, it's not relevant for, like, it's not as relevant for my job, right? I don't know. That seems to be the experience with a lot of main tank players. You're also, like, were you called, like, boosted in this game? Because, like, what are you, like, 35, 36, right? This is, like, a top 500 game? Like, I was backlining Ryan and won. I mean, that's all contextual. Like, I don't know. But for the most part, right, you're fine. I don't think there's, like, anything really wrong. Like, I mean, Master's also pretty broad range. So depends on what kind of game you get, but, I think you were, like, low mid-Masters, right? Or something like that? I think you're fine for that. 3600, yeah. This is, like, pretty normal. Maybe even, I'd argue this is probably even good for, like, 3600. But, yeah. You do a lot of good, you have a lot of, like, the macro stuff you get right a lot. It's just, like, you get, like, you're not really paying attention to what your teammates do sometimes, and then like you make like some really big flubs every once in a while, like where you just like bubble and then jump, or like you like jump up to this high ground by yourself, right? That's a really big error, right? Cost your team the first fight, and first fight on control is really big, right? Trying to get to GM 2 seasons, that's gonna be rough. I mean you're improving insanely fast, so yeah. So I don't know. It's mostly about consistency for you, because like you know the stuff, right? You know your stuff. You know like the macro stuff. You just need to be consistent on it, right? Like you can't have this jump to high ground by yourself, right? Like this is just like you turning off your brain and being like, I want to go to their high ground and then contest and drop, and then like your whole team is like over here, and then like you died because both tanks walked out here. They saw a monkey jump, use his bubble, and they're like, oh my god, the demon just hit the boosters and after it, right? BH, I think you're the only reason why I got to Masters. I'd like to take credit for that, but like that's not really how coaching works, right? Like I can help you improve, but like I can point you in the right direction, but improvement's all like on you as a person, right? That like don't give me credit for your work. Yeah, maybe. I'd probably just point you in the right direction, right? I just open your eyes a bit, right? And then you like experimented, figured stuff out for yourself. 2900 in console for tank. I don't know where console is relative to PC. Console's it's a different world. Yeah.